Hey gang, happy Tuesday. Today's mini training is on stretching. Stretching you should do daily. Now that I'm in my 40s, I really have to take about 10 to 15 minutes to stretch my body before I do any kind of big lifts, just because of daily aches and pains. And this was something I never had to do before in my 20s and all of that. So today's mini training is just going to talk to you about why stretching is important. I know with a lot of my younger clients, when we spend the 10 minutes before our session properly doing a flow and mobility warm up and stretch as part of their routine, they're always bitching, basically like, why are we wasting time? I just want to hit it hard and I want to be sweating and dying and all that stuff. So this is why stretching is so important. Stretching not only before your workout, but also after your workout just helps with your overall body's development. So again, there's debate about what kind of stretching you should do, dynamic or static, before any kind of activity. And there's lots of research that shows either way. For me personally, I like to get my clients moving with dynamic stretching and dynamic mobile kind of types of mobility warm-ups where they're actually like not holding poses for very long, but using their whole body through full range of motion in all planes of motion to kind of really get them ramped up. So again, stretching helps with also muscle soreness after you work out. It's just, when muscles are sore, that just meant that you've worked them beyond their limits. So not necessarily all muscle pain is actually good pain, and we want to prevent that by just doing stretching. So how does stretching help your body? Basically, it improves blood flow, right? It improves the oxygenated blood through all your muscles, because when you stretch, you kind of help move that inflammation out of your muscles and throughout the whole body. You kind of push it. You improve the circulation of your body, the blood flow, the circulation, okay? So when you warm up muscles, what does that mean? That means basically you just stretch them out. And a lot of people kind of shy away from warming up before they lift because they believe that they will stretch their muscles too much before they go into lifting weights. And that is not the case. It just means that your muscles will be warmer, they'll be more pliable, they'll be more like movable, and they'll be more likely able to work for you more efficiently when you properly warm up before you start pushing or pulling weight. So the most important muscles to stretch, I know that people have like busy schedules, especially now with COVID, and the gyms have really strict 1 hour max timelines. What I'm hearing now is like, Leon, I can't waste my time warming up or cooling down because I literally have 60 minutes at the gym and then they're kicking us out to clean. So if that's the case, here is the most important muscles to stretch for your upper body. Hi, Brooke. We miss you. I love seeing your IG trainings on the face. I hope all is well. The most important muscles to stretch for upper body, if you're slammed for time, your shoulders, your neck, and then your low back, okay? So those three, shoulders, neck, low back. If you're strapped for time, the most important muscles to stretch for your lower body, your calves, they're always forgotten, your hamstrings, your hip flexors, and then your quadriceps, the front of your thighs. So your calves, your hamstring, the back of the leg, your hip flexor by where your pelvis and groin meet, and then your quadriceps, which is the front of your leg, okay? So those are just because we focus on those types of muscles in the upper and lower because those are critical for movement and mobility, okay? Those 6 or 7 muscles. They're also the most targeted areas that most people tend to focus on in a weight room or even cardio, right? We use our legs a lot and all that. So the best stretches that you can stick to, and all you need is 10 minutes a day. So I'm going to give you the list. All the exercises can be found on like YouTube, but the best stretches for great results are your lying hamstring stretch, the plank. Believe it or not, the plank is a very effective body weight exercise that is also a great stretch because it activates all your muscles. It makes all your muscles fire and prepare itself to do work. Another one is the runner's lunge. That helps your hip flexors and improves the overall movement of your hips and your waist and helps loosen up your legs, which also It also targets your hamstrings. The downward dog is a yoga pose that a lot of people don't consider in their stretching routine. It is great because it's like a very introductory move, so basic move. But what can happen is you're not only like spreading out your shoulders, your lats, you're also stretching out your forearm, your bicep, your tricep. You're hitting your posterior chain, which is all the back of your body, your low back, your glutes, your hamstrings, and your calves. And you should, so what you could do for the downward dog is just hold that position for like 20 seconds. Rest for 20, hold for 20. Another yoga move that is great to include in a 10-minute stretching routine is the cobra. The cobra is just great for your chest expansion. It helps open up your core, and it helps like just fire all the muscles in your abs and your upper body. So the total amount of stretch time, like I said, 5 to 10 minutes of actual stretching before or after a workout is good enough. You don't want to spend too long holding certain stretches, because it's sort of like point of diminishing returns, where you could actually overstretch a muscle if you keep forcing it or if you hold it too long. So if you're really short on time, a great strategy, which is what I do with all my clients, and which is what I call a flow, is I just string together several mobility moves and dynamic stretch moves. I string them together in sort of like a mini circuit, and a client will move from one dynamic stretch or mobility move to another in sort of like a repeated fashion, right? So what you start to do is not only are you loosening up all the muscles, stretching all the muscles, but you're also increasing your body temperature and slightly increasing your heart rate, preparing your body for work. So I have a great dynamic flow video that I put on my YouTube channel. It's about 5 minutes. It's a series that I go through with all my clients. So it's great if you're looking for something to do before any activity, whether you're lifting, running, swimming, biking, taking a class. It just hits all the major muscles in a nice, like, gentle way. So I will go ahead and put the link in the comment section of this on IGTV. But again, you can go ahead and watch it. I just call it my Leanne Watanabe's mobility flow, and it's about 5 minutes. Thanks for listening. Have a great day, guys. Bye.